Get into demo 3, you hop out the truck, get your gear staged, and as soon as you look out, the first most noticeable thing is just this huge mountain range. It's open.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we will already have our in-placed expedient Bangalores.
There's these two huge mountains, and at the base of those mountains was the actual training area.
And you could tell where most of the explosions have happened because you could see the indents or the craters made from them.
Once we got there and placed some obstacles, including wire, the steel hedgehogs.
There was a triple strand, steel hedgehogs, followed on by more triple strand.
Right now we're setting up the triple strand concertina wire, and right now we're also teaching the CBs who had never really experienced how to make C-wire, teaching them the right way to do it.
A demo range, what we're talking about is demolitions. We're talking about explosive things, you know, commonly dynamite or C4 or ammonium nitrate or something like that.
All right, guys, we're gonna use Martin's fancy method today.
What we started with, we started cutting our time fuse. No use.
So right now we're just getting an average burn rate for our time fuse. So we cut 6 inches off for moisture.
Okay. Then I will
Here's
hold.
your knife. Then 3 single 1 foot pieces. And we start the time when we burn 1 1 foot piece.
Smoke!
End it when it sparks.
Smoke! 48!
Then we'll get the average from the 3.
Smoke!
How fast or slow the time fuse operates, and we want to be within like 5 seconds whenever the detonation happens, so we have to get an average per spool.
I've heard that before. Something to do with time. Date?
5 minutes second? Or 5 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do demo ranges because, one, it's a skill set that we're required to be able to do as engineers.
The mission was to clear those obstacles, set up a NATO Y, which is basically a way of trafficking vehicles and personnel safely through these obstacles and potentially a minefield.
We set off cratering charges, which is just this 40-pound charge that we can make a crater with, and it can be anywhere from a decently small crater, comparatively, to a 19-foot by 19-foot crater, depending on the soil, which goes into some of the other areas of our MOS, such as soil compositions and stuff.
All right, guys, repeat after me. Pull safety! Pull safety! Push in! Push in! Quarter turn! Quarter turn! Pull! Smoke!
The reason we did our shape charges and cratering charges first is to create deflate and to create an enemy obstacle as well.
And what this did for us in the soil was it created that deep enough hole to put our 40-pound cratering charges in.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's the Martin technique.
You use these demolitions to create conditions in the battle space that are favorable to friendly forces.
This is a 40-pound shaped charge hole that just got pushed into the dirt. I'm 5 foot 5 inches. This is how deep it went. In this type of terrain, it's very soft clay foundation. However, you're gonna get different effects from different types of ground wherever you're at in the world.
Spider-Man.
Hey, let's go. We're gonna take a look. Let's go.
Myself and Corporal Ken Jemmy, we both EAS. I get out of the Marine Corps here in about a month.
I've been an engineer for 7 years. What does it feel like? I don't know. It's like a bittersweet moment. I'm happy at the same time I'm sad. You know, I love being an engineer. I love all my Marines. I love what we do in the engineering field. But I'm looking forward to seeing what all of our junior Marines do with the knowledge that we gave them in the future.
Agreed. Everything he says. I've been one for 4 almost. Ups and downs. The best part about it is blowing everything up.
Hey, sky high. Literally.
It's hard to explain to somebody that has never done it.
It's kind of like the last playing football. It's something that like pulls on your heartstrings when you're out there because he knows that's going to be his last rep.
Being able to walk down there with Corporal Ken Jemmy and sharing that experience with him and doing our last push-in quarter-turn pull together it was a good day. It was a good experience, and I'm happy that I didn't have to do it alone.
Push in, quarter turn pull. Smoke!
I love doing what we do on an everyday basis, just being able to wake up and put on the uniform and, you know, just be around all your friends. You don't work together, like, you live together.
30 seconds!
30 seconds!
Doing that every day, you go to new places, you make great friends, some of the best friends you'll ever make in your entire life, and you move to a new place, you lose those friends, and so I've gone through those experiences of like making amazing friends and then watching them leave, but actually being the one that's about to leave is a totally different experience because I've done this my entire adult life. This is all I've ever known, and it taught me how to like grow up. It taught me how to like be a man and have responsibility for my actions. The mothers, the fathers, the families, they send you their kids. These families are trusting you to take their daughters, their sons, and to teach them how to be Marines and to survive in dangerous combat environments. And so I take that very heavily. My entire career has been solely centered around my junior Marines, and it's to just be able to look at myself in the mirror and to tell myself that I did a good job, not for myself, but for my Marines.
So right now we're making expedient bangs. We're taking C4, we're packing it in the Z-stake. C4 is a cutting charge. You can use it for cutting down trees, support beams, through wire obstacles, through metal obstacles. C4, it's very versatile because it's moldable. So if we don't get an actual manufactured demolition Bangalore, we can make these out of C4. I've even seen TNT. It's going to cut through the metal C-wire and barbed wire down there. So the expedient bang is just a quick, fast way to get a Bangalore up and running for an obstacle breach.
And we're going to watch it go boom. Cool.
It was the second and third day of us being there where it was just absolutely downpouring on us. It raining is almost worse than it being hot because now you're heavier, sinking into the clay, and it adds another obstacle to what we do.
We put up a terrain model of the surrounding area, the mountains, the obstacles.
Fire positions, okay? All right, so second obstacle, we got 100 meters of triple strand C-wire.
The Marines get out there, and the first obstacle they got is that triple strand. So they've got those expedient Bangalores. Squad leaders and team leaders are popping smoke for them to move up.
Push in! Quarter turn! Pull! Smoke!
Pulled the pin and took off back to our security point.
And that condition set for the next guys to move up. Squad leaders and team leaders are out there popping smoke for them so that we're keeping the enemy's head down, and they also can't pinpoint a location to shoot at.
Go.
That is the go-ahead for the second breach team to get to the steel cutting charges. And they go up to these hedgehogs, these big 6-foot hedgehogs, and they plant sticks of C4 on either side of the steel in order to cut the steel in half.
Got more smoke!
Pop smoke on those charges at the exact same time.
All right, push in!
Push in! Quarter turn! Quarter turn! Pull! Pull!
So after we get that, once again, deuce out, shooting at the enemy the whole time.
I'm Andrew Thole. I'm a combat engineer, 1371 with 9th ESB Bravo Company. I'm from New Ipswich, New Hampshire. Mountain town, small town, at the base of Mount Monadnock. Pretty cold in the winter, really mild in the summertime. Well, I joined the Marine Corps in 2018. A little later, September 4th was my first day at boot camp. I wanted, like everybody else who joins the Marine Corps, I wanted to escape. I wanted to not escape to go see the world, though. I wanted to escape the dude who I had become. So when I was 2019, moved out of my parents' house. I lived on my own for a long time, and around 2025, I had made some pretty poor life choices that had brought me to homelessness. It had brought me to bad living situations, and I lost my license, I lost my car, I lost my life, I lost my job. I had lost everything, and I needed a restart. I needed a fresh start, and I didn't honestly know where I was going to get it from. I knew that the military could be an option, but I didn't know if it was for me. I never really thought it was. It just been thinking about it, and at that point in my life, I was like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm going to get 3 square a day, a place to live, and a job, which is more than I had right there. So that's what I went for. I just put everything that I had into it, and made it a dedication of my life, because I noticed that the way that my life was going, I wasn't gonna amount to anything. I wasn't gonna be anything. I wasn't gonna make something for myself, and I just needed to get out of the nasty place that I was in. There's something about this place that pushes you in the right direction, even if you don't want it, even if you hate it. It does. It pushes you in the direction that you're supposed to be in. You're not able to give up when it sucks. You're not able to give up when it's hard, but you're building up those calluses on the inside to be able to push through mentally, physically, to wherever you need to be, wherever you want to be. Yeah, there's good and bad, but I've never met such groups of people that have influenced me like this before, ever in my life.
Our very last squad goes through with those Bangalores and attacks that far side wire. And as soon as that smoke goes out, we got the Marines out there and placing those Bangalore.
We're on the breach site, and the security, they're throwing smoke for us. And one of these canisters hits probably 3 feet away from this breacher. The wind is taking it right towards his face.
Gotta hurry!
He's on the ground, and he's doing a good job in the beginning, and this smoke just keeps billowing and billowing in front of his face, and he starts panicking. He starts yelling that he can't breathe. He needs to get out of there.
Calm down. Left side right here. Pull your wires back. Breathe. No, I guess breathing's a bad idea right now.
When it's you on that breach, and there's all this stuff going on around you, you need to focus on that one mission that you went down there for.
Think, what do you got to do? Just prime in.
It's you, that explosive, and your initiating system.
Pull your safety. Pull your safety.
Putting that explosive in there properly, making sure that it's in the right spot, and pulling it and getting out of there as fast as you can. Because time on target is essential when it comes to breaching any obstacle. He gets himself back under control.
On you, Martin.
He finishes placing his Bangalore.
Pull turn! Quarter turn! Pull! Smoke!
And then he pulls his smoke and we get out of there.
that's the biggest question of it all. Why is it important that our adjacents, friendly, higher, whoever else knows that we can do this and we can do it well? What it really comes down to is a combined arms team. One is to build trust at our level, right? So from other units know, hey, these guys are the real deal. They can bring a substantial amount of combat power to the fight. And so when you think about the McCree, yes, it's your evaluation. Can you do this? Can you do the things the Marine Corps says you should be able to do? But also too, it's kind of like an advertisement as well, by saying, hey, you know what? We did pretty well. We feel like we can mix it up with some other folks and be like, hey, you know what? We did well. Let's work together. Let's go ahead and do these things that we practice out here in the battle space.
As an engineer, we do a lot. We do mobility, survivability, counter mobility, and the Marines have to know pretty much every piece of our MOS. We do route and area clearance, wood felling. Yeah, you name it, an engineer will do it. So there's a lot of knowledge to be passed. There's a lot of knowledge to be learned, and even if they don't know everything, they need to at least be able to know where to get it and have the intuition and adaptability to go and do it. So as long as they can do that, I know they'll be well off.